You're prepared. I hope your butt is prepared for all of the lore we're about to see. What does this Y button do? What is Y? Oh. That's a lot of information. I'm going to put that away. Good. Alright, let's start a new game. Is that the right button? It's not. Hello? There we go. Okay, so select your archetype. So, Thinker is very bad with people, knows interesting facts, and comes with original ideas. I mean, very bad with people is entertaining, but I don't know. We'll see. I haven't played much of this at all. Like, I started the game to see if made sure that it worked, but that was pretty much it. I think I'm gonna crank this up just a tiny bit. There we go. Okay. Next type is sensitive, very psychological, a magnetic personality, but unstable. Might start to lose his mind. I don't know if I really want him to lose his mind per se. Like, that doesn't sound hyper fun. And physical. Extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. That sounds fun. You better not shave the beard. What beard? In-game? Is that an option? Is that a thing you can do? Also, I haven't tried the create your own character thing. What? So big. I don't know if I want to do that. Can I, like, randomize? I don't think I want to randomize my first time. Maybe I should be, like, physical. Like, I want to be, like, Big Dumb Hulk. Like, is Big Dumb Hulk a person I can play as? Like, I want to solve whatever mystery is going on in this game by punching it. Like, that needs to be... In fact, I think I'm down. I think physical needs to... We need to get through all of our problems by punching them. If that's not an option, I'm refunding this game. The furries are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. There's furries in the mirror, guys.
There is nothing. Only warm, primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Cool.
Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
I've played through this, like... I started this game several times, and whatever is happening in this opening sequence is a very interesting start to the game that I'm not sure I'm fond of, but I'm going to give it some credit. I don't know, give it a chance, bro. The only reason I didn't pick it up was because it didn't have voice acting. An enormous amount of time passes. I don't want to... What about ex-wives? Sure. Oh, Jesus.
Up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness.
Limbic system. That's part of the body. I know that. I know science. Tell me about the X thing.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
I'm not picking the Doctor Who reference. I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them.
Do you really?
I think I remember this. Doesn't this just kill you? Doesn't this like straight up just end the game? I don't know much about this game, but I remember something someone said, like, if you say that you don't want to play the game, it just like Alt F4s you.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion?
I might be thinking of a different game.
Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Did I get like hyper drunk? Is this what's happening?
Fear.
Whoa.
Apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
Yes. Your one disco mother.
I'm an idiot.
Somewhere in the saw bloated man meat around you. A sensation.
Okay, I don't understand what mechanic that was. Like, am I supposed to understand it at this point? I'm certainly hoping not.
Like a fly.
I won. That's the important thing.
Your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert. Hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Yeah, we haven't gotten very far. Was I right about that one thing, that if I pick the wrong option, it just Alt F4s the game? Like if I do, I manage. I have. Wow. Sure. What?
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth. I know it.
Yeah, we haven't woken up yet.
An ungodly headache.
Cut my head off. Do we wake up with I think we wake up with a monster headache if we're.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Oh, ow, ow, oh, so loud. I had a question of how easy it was to die, but oh, I am an attractive man. Oh, we have some actual gameplay? Okay, this is the first I'm actually learning of what the game is. I have not watched a lot of this, and by a lot I mean any at all. Wow, that's a lot of options. Let's just put that away right now. Okay, what can I look at here? I want to pick up the bottle. Can I do that? What? I'm going to come back to that. Okay. This is zoom in. That is character sheet. I don't want to push that button. How do I, like, get thing? Okay, it's got to actually give me the option, I guess. Wait, what did I do? I was looking at the chat for a second. What did he do to the clothes? Maybe mouse and keyboard might be easier. Oh wow, mouse and keyboard so much easier. Let's take that. All right.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Awesome.
It says "whirling in rags" on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Oh, was I locked into my room until I got my keys? Or until I got my pants on? That makes sense. Magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Can I just get him more drunk? Can we just, like, go back to bed? Ooh. The reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Looks like someone tore the tape out while the song was playing. Did I go for a fizz build? Yeah, I picked Punchy Man. We're gonna get through all of our problems by punching them. I hope that's an option. That's what we're doing. Ooh, this poor guy. Do we have any like Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. You see bottles in the bathtub. Wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. Okay, so tab seems to be the look at option, which is kind of nice. Like, it'll show me what things are around to pick up. Is that like the detective mode?
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Wait a second. This fan has 2 pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has attached itself to the blade. So, savoir faire. Grab the tie. Pull on the fan. Pull on the light. Why would I pull on the fan? I'm not pulling on the fan. Pull on the light bulb. Oh, you mean the gotcha. Should I try and grab the tie?
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What
Awesome.
you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Pull on the light bulb?
A terrible
Whoa!
mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Oh, maybe that wasn't a good idea.
It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't overreact.
You know what? Do I want to go overboard? I don't. Maybe I should.
Are off.
I think I'll leave the. I don't want him to freak out. Literally anything that hurts your health or morale can kill you if it takes your last pip. What are my pips? These things over here at the left. 1 health, 1 morale. We've literally died of that fan. Oh, so what about the fan itself?
The blades come squeaking to a halt.
No, leave them on.
The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine.
Pull on it again.
The switch must be broken. The switch must be broken. The switch must be broken.
Okay, never mind. Alright, no more ceiling fan, I guess.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Assess the damage. Okay, so let me see here. Let me see if I understand how these game mechanics work. So this is a proper RPG. I'm doing air quotes. So it works by dice rolls, and my dice rolls are affected by my stats, I'm guessing. I'm gonna leave for a second. Where are my stats? I saw them on the Xbox controllers, but I can't see them anymore. Options. Controls. Where's my character sheet? C. Okay, my character... Jesus, that's so big and enormous. Okay, so... I did break my fan. I'm bummed. Stopping the fan, you think, makes a tie check easier. Oh, that's cool. Your rolls are 2 dice 6. Okay, you've remember that I am baby's first RPG, like tabletop RPGs. I'm not at all really super knowledgeable on how RPGs work. So this might be a good introduction here. Let's look at the glass.
Stands broken in its frame.
This is a 42%.
What do you mean?
Ooh,
assess
ow.
the damage. How would you do that? What are you even trying to do?
You know what? That's fair. Punch Man isn't going to be assessing any damage.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Question is, am I going to leave the house before I die? I wasn't aware that it was super easy to die in this. Let's grab whatever this is. Let's clean up the house a little bit. Alright.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Faucet? Did I do that?
Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
You don't remember yourself at all?
Really? All recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions. With all the synapses you've extinguished, it's a miracle you can even think this sentence. You've interrupted a true act of self-annulment here.
Okay, what I am extremely confused on what all of this means. Electrochemistry. Mirror. So the mirror is what you're interacting with. You was my response. Mirror, electrochemistry. I seem to have won whatever that check is. Wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Electrochemistry is one of your skills, which just passed a passive check. Gotcha. Thank you. So I passed another check. You clearly not thought this through. You'll not like what you... It's my face. Better to touch my face first.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
How bad could it possibly be, Punch Man?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
You know what? I want to stop
Don't be
this.
scared. It's only your face. It's not like anyone's going to see it.
Do I want... You're starting to get me concerned that it's super easy to die. So maybe I don't want Punch Man to get super depressed by looking in the mirror. Like, can I see his face? He looked fine to me from what I saw.
A mirror hangs on the wall.
You want me to wipe the mirror? I'll wipe the
As you
mirror.
slowly
I'm doing
abort,
it.
You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
What is he so fine?
Behold.
Let's see. Whoa! I will admit that's not what I was expecting.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
I think I'm a superstar.
It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
Oh, I see what you're saying. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face as an expression. I think it might be because I'm a superstar. I'm a superstar! Oh dear, what was there? It just is. 3? I'm gonna trust your judgment on this. No, I'm a superstar.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No, I'm a superstar.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean?
Whoa.
What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
What is the emotion I'm trying to convey with this face? Let's find out. Hold on. Nothing? No. There we go. Okay. What is the emotion I'm trying to convey? Superstardom. You're actually too loud. Get out of here. It's suggestive. So you're in potential danger of a 1-2 punch to your feels. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'm meant for the ladies.
Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies, whatever happens.
Look, mirror. No one tells me
That's
what to
right.
do.
Not even yourself. Go ahead, try something. It's not an order.
What is even? Go ahead. Wait, what? Go ahead, try something. It's not an attempt to stop. Okay. Dig deep into the source of your mind to gather the source of the expression. So how do I gain more in this encyclopedia? I guess it doesn't matter. Always try white checks so you can come back to them later. I like the way you think.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Okay, can't find anything there. I got 3% here. I might get this one.
It's too late.
I'm guessing no.
Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
I am a superstar. Terrific. Is that what I'm going to look like for the rest of the game? Because, God, I hope so. Leveling episode also unlocks all previous. Gotcha. So I'll just come back to that then. Alright, what is this thing over here? I'm gonna give it a chance, Sproul. Give me. It's possible. I might end up being all right. You never know. I might end up dying, which I'd be okay with that. Can I make another check on the glass here?
The window stands broken.
No, I can't assess the damage. Also, I think you can shave. I don't want to shave. I love my whatever is happening. Okay, what do we got here? Let's look around. Something on the table. I don't know what that means, but I am going to take whatever is not nailed down. There might be a... What? I don't know what that means. What happened? What happened? Why am I loading? Did I die? Oh, I went outside. Is this just another shoe? Oh, is this my shoe? It is my shoe! Excellent! I didn't realize I was missing a second shoe. A gust of briny wind washes over
There
me.
they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
How do they fit?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Alright. So, looking at my character sheet, how much experience do I need to level up? I need to get skill points up to like 100. I don't have enough skill points available, so I need to get skill points to level up to give me more stuff for my character sheet. Got it. Alright, anything special on my tasks or on my map? Oh, so this is what you were talking about before. So I'm assuming I've got to go back to these if I want to try them again, obviously. There was a tape in this case, but it was destroyed in a fit of rage. Okay. I've got plenty of clothes, but I think those are the clothes I was wearing, so that let me put it all on. Excellent. Oh, this guy. Can I talk to him? Hey! Hey! No, I'm guessing not. Also note that my clothing is affecting my stats. The heck you say? One spirit decor. Oh. Disco Ass Blazer. Connect to station 41. Play them. Wow, they all make a bonus, don't they? This is a lot more involved than I was expecting. I'm not sure why. I hate to admit Sprawl being right, but how esoteric are we talking? What do we got here?
Hello, officer.
Well, hi there.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
I feel like interacting with her would be a mistake because I'm so hyper dumb. How is my intellect is 1. Like, do I have anything that will impress the ladies? I can change and disrobe to affect my chances at checks? I'm gonna talk to her.
No.
My military personnel. Wait, I know. I'm a businessman. Why'd you call me an officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
You're shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
So does he have amnesia? Like, oh, no, he doesn't have amnesia. He got drunk.
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
What business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
This one can't be rechecked, so, whoa! Interesting. The game might make sense if you're high, though you probably won't be able to play the game high. Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I'm always high. But don't tell anyone. But listen, I probably should not do this because this will ruin my chances of doing this. There's a lot of things to try or never try. There's a lot of things. I don't know that meme. Illinois, actually. Why don't I remember being a cop?
Could it be because of the drinking?
She makes a fair point.
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
Fair enough. Okay, so this is super low. 10% is possible. That's not a no.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Who's they? Are they you? Are you upset?
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words 1,000,000 times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
I don't want to. No, I don't want to mess with her. What if I don't want? I don't want to ask her questions.
Cop, Harry. It is unnatural of you not to want to ask questions.
Oh, but thou must. All right.
Yes.
Cool. Try or never try. Why? How do I know if that we'll never try? I might come back here. I don't know that. We might. If I mess it up now and I only have like a 10% chance, and I never come back here. What is it they have against the police here?
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
Where is here?
You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Where the hell is Revachol?
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
What is Revachol?
You're in a hostel. We are in Revachol. Forever and ever.
And ever and ever. Out of the corner of your eye, you see the hair on the back of your hand standing on end. It feels as though low-grade lightning is coursing through you. You must be hypersensitive from the hangover.
I mean, you can leave. Oh, that's fair, I guess. I mean, but the game wants me to ask her questions. I guess I don't have to care what the game wants.
It's 51.
I'm not going to ask what century it is. I can find that out later.
Yeah?
I'm sure. Did you happen to hear anything last night?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
I was listening. Wait, you said it was 51. What? Why disco music?
Oh, yes.
When did disco come back?
Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them. Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, we go on, all right.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace. A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat.
That's not weird.
That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
That was me time. Was I singing this? Show her the empty case of the smallest church. Oh, the thing that I was...
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also...
This is not a... Oh, I was not aware of that. I have not looked a lot into this game, to be fair.
That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself is very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
When you say wounded, now what do you say? Do you mean that in a cool way?
Yes. It was very cool.
Nice.
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
That's so mean.
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
It prides me to hear this. I don't think she'll be impressed with that. Please tell me there wasn't anything else.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable.
Can you imagine the fact that it's this guy at the bottom left that she's talking to right now?
Sounds like you were in some real fundamental pain there, muscle man.
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Alright, well, thanks for the info, Class J.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Class J. She's a disco dancer. Disco's big in this world, huh? Calendar says it's March. The year says it's 51. So 51 could be literally any kind of 51. Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. Can I take it? Can I like smoke the rest of it? Can I like do anything? There's a door right here. Do I have an option to like mess with the door? Also, apparently I can go back to the window now and get that success. Like, let's get the experience.
The window stands broken in its frame. The morning light hurts your eye.
Or not? Why is it locked?
The window stands the morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy.
Oh, I see.
But
Put skill checks into
some
visual
water on
calculus. Gotcha. And I don't have enough points on my character sheet. Visual calculus, you say? Reconstruct crime scenes, make laws of physics work for the law. Oh, really? Is that so? Is that what we're going to do? Okay, I'm down. Can I just bother this lady incessantly?
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
Am I a smoker?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
Okay, so I don't have an option then. I'll think about it. I don't like nicotine.
Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing. Make sure you think about juicy sticks of tobacco all the time, though. It doesn't count if it's not all the time.
I'm gonna fight against tobacco.
And when you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting them. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Oh, really? Well, now you're speaking my language. Find a pack and get it in your hand. I mean, if we're talking bonuses, can I... Okay. Let's go find ourselves some nicotine. Oh, Lamond. Let's just bother her incessantly.
The door is closed.
Oh, geez, I can try the handle. No, I'm not going to do that. Never mind. I'm not going to bother her. She was nice. I mean, that being said, are there other things you can have? Because I don't like nicotine. I'm perfectly fine if he wants to drink, if he wants to get high. I have a very loose sense of morality when it comes to that sort of thing. What do we got up here? Ooh, can I karaoke? The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static. Okay, guys. Do I have... Is there an in-game, like, time limit? Like, can I just... Is there gonna, like, some penalty if I just, like, screwed around for, like, an entire day? Hello, man.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
It's taxidermy.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall.
Okay.
A small engraved steel tag says, "The Great Skua, Ste Koaris Skua."
So, I've, like, passed almost every single one of these perception passes. Am I just not being told about the insights that I don't pass? I guess there's a time limit. Time only passes in conversation with each choice. It's turn-based time passage. I see what you're saying. Gotcha. So only as I'm progressing through the game, like, I could, like, screw around and it doesn't give you issues. That's Stacy failed on show. Gotcha. What happened to that bird?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks over at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot by the door.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Are you... Do we have a problem, boss man?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Cool.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
What's the difference, dickhead?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in. She just, you know...
Can I, like, piss him off some more?
No, I'm not the bar...
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Do I want to piss him off? Is there any... Why am I here? I woke up, right? Upstairs? That's, like, the only reason I know that I'm here. Gotcha, thank you. Maybe I won't piss him off. I'll be nice. I will, however, karaoke. Just waiting for someone to sing into it, you say. That's all I needed to hear. Can I do it?
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is immense.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard.
Damn right it does.
Through a PA system.
Absolutely.
By other people.
You and me both, Inland Empire. You know what I'm about.
Whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
This goes well with the theory I'm developing. That I'm a down-on-my-luck superstar person. I like this idea that he's actually a superstar. I'm gonna run with this.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
Yeah. What should I sing?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Alright, that's fair. I mean, that sounds like a good... honestly, Inland Empire's got a good idea, whatever it is.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic, small church song. Who's laughing now? No one. You would need another copy of the tape first, though.
Uh-oh.
The one upstairs is destroyed.
Well, that sucks. Alright. So, sing karaoke. I need to find a sufficiently tragic tape and play it on a boombox to memorize the... Jesus. Then ask the cafeteria manager to perform. Okay, so I don't want to make him mad then. Preferably in the evening, more people at the bar then. Get a hold of a sad song on tape. Got it. So I need to find that sad song. I definitely need to do some karaoke. I don't want to go out there yet. Union paraphernalia? Is this going to be political? There are many archetypes you can run with in the game that'll react to. Superstar is one of them. I don't think they are mutually exclusive either. I kind of, from what I hear, this is like super involved, and I kind of like the idea of just developing this guy's brain, headcanon into thinking he's a superstar. I'm cool with that. This royal pinball machine is unplugged. Well, plug it back in. Move grandma out of the way and get my... Play some pinball.
Hello, sweetie.
Who the hell are you?
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods toward the man in the orange. Oh, him. This is my friend. No, I want to know more about this guy.
Sweetie. You shouldn't...
Okay, maybe not. He can wait. He looks like a nerd. I'm gonna wait and actually pick up some things that are not nailed down. Bottle of rum has been knocked over. A beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. Well, can I pick it up? A man is sleeping at the table, wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads "Wild Pines" encircled like a logo with a
colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch.
Oh, you don't say.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Why would I wake him up? Why would I want to wake him up? That seems not like a smart idea.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
Can I save? What happens if I would it be considered save scumming? Let's pick up his pills. He's dead asleep, right?
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium.
Who the hell are you?
This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Well, that's cool. Up to you on whether you want to do it. Let's see what happens if I try and steal this guy's. At 72%. That's really good.
Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook. The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick.
Steal a what document? Oh. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook. Let's see if we can steal his money.
You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. It feels nice and greasy.
What's up, Brainbuster? Can I steal this too? I'm really good at stealing.
You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore.
Excellent.
The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
I have no reason to wake him up. I want nothing to do with him waking up. A lot of people will crow about you how you're not playing the game right if you don't roll with punches, but that comes with the assumption that you'll replay the game and see how now wake him up. Why would I wake him up though? I don't want to wake him up. I feel like I don't necessarily want to save scum, but that sort of limits me to not do stupid options. Although I could just like do it just to see. What is quick save? Dumb question. I guess it quick saves. Kitchen reserved to personnel until 13. Gotcha. Superstar.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone.
With his nerd.
You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Okay. I'm just barely getting these rolls. I am Punch Man. Am I supposed to like get a whole lot of better rolls if I am a smart guy? Do I want to shake Kim's hand? If he's my best friend, I'm saying no, I don't want to shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
I feel like maybe he was not actually my best friend.
You realize he is waiting for your name.
Invent a name for myself, you say. This has a 28% chance of working.
Raphael Gusto.
What do you mean failure? I love it. It's very cool, but won't I come off as a douche if I call... My name is Raphael Ambrosius Gusto.
Well,
he doesn't even process what you said.
it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
Have I had time? Yeah, I talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right?
What are you talking about, Kim?
It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware. I'm a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
He taps his foot, more out of a habit than impatient. What interviews, Kim?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the
Gestures with
field,
his fingers.
get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
I haven't done that yet. You want to do that?
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Excellent.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
The tree? Look, man, you know, yeah.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
You know, yeah.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
Nope.
So, the body is still in the tree.
I guess.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight.
Woo.
We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What a shame. Get to it now. Rip that body down from the tree.
Don't worry about the body, bud. I'll rip it down.
After it's been up in a tree for that long, any kind of ripping is inadvisable.
Don't you tell me what to do, Kim.
Delicate goods, filled with stinking horrors.
What is happening in this guy's psyche? This guy's messed up upstairs. How can you be so sure I'm from the police?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back.
That checks out.
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General. Internal Affairs. And I'm not them. I'm from Criminal Investigation.
Okay, then.
He nods.
Actually,
I
I
suppose
feel
you
like I
could
don't
be
want to
person-
skip
yes.
these options.
They are not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
What does that mean? I would ask you to step in the headlights of my motor carriage. I don't understand what that means.
You mean you don't have a badge?
I have my badge. I'm a policeman, and I have my badge.
If you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand.
Shine the light on the hologram. Wait. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a watermark. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Need to report. You would need to report it on my shortwave. All right.
After you, officer.
Let's do it.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
You got it, buddy.
Yes?
I want to talk about you, Kim.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
There's a mean option. I don't want to be mean to him. I'll be nice.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
That makes him a binoclard. Completely uncopped material, if you say so yourself.
What is a binocle? What? I don't want to be mean. No.
They are mostly just cumbersome.
I'm not going to be mean to Kim. I'm wearing
It's
glasses
because I'm
right
half
now.
Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What is Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
I want you to tell me everything, Kim.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholier.
That's all for now, my man. Let's go get a body out of a tree. Binoclard. So I'm basically just calling him Four Eyes. I don't want to be a nerd. I don't want to be a
Hello
jerk,
again,
I mean.
sweetie. I see you've met up with your colleague.
The lieutenant nods politely.
Is this that guy who sings the song about the dick falling off?
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I am a sweetie.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
Maybe I have. Wink.
You rascal. I'm too old for you, and too married besides. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
She's like sitting in the corner with the junk. Why?
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire
What do you mean?
her on the spot.
Hire her? Excuse me? You seem to be in a chair. I'm not going to say that. How'd you like to roll with... No. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything. I'll be honest.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Which one was 2? I was trying to stay out of the way. I'm not going to be mean! Sure things can't be that bad. I hope you're not. I hope you're right.
You know where we are, right?
We're dead. What do you think her response would be to "we're dead," haunting each other? Roll with me feels more inclusive than mean. Maybe.
Now. We are live in a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, and the Whirling itself is in the city of Revachol.
I don't know diddly squat about Revachol.
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies her expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's the spring of 51. All I know is we're approaching the end time. It's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s. It's the spring of 51. I know that much.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Take this pen?
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
Heck yeah. We're gonna bang this lady.
Outside, the melting snow seeps into the cracks in the walls and the cobblestone streets, all the way down into the sewers. Above ground, the first maybells blossom. You can feel it, a great cold. Then the shiver passes.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Oh, God. I'm going to guess not democracy, because we look like we live in a Fallout building. I'd like to think that it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Oh, geez, there's a lot of option. Our leaders are fierce warriors who travel the plains on steed. I'm guessing not. I'm governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to... No. Radios are being used to control people's minds. Cop. We're living under the cop regime. I like the cop regime. No, I'm not going to... You want 2? I'll stick with 2 because I think the cop one she'd be upset about. And that one I think is funny.
It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way. Other people who wanted those things, but They all went extinct.
What kind of superstars are commies, Sprawl?
Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
I don't know what to say. I'm so disappointed. And so, if there, we have no government of our own, certainly no dictatorship. I'm so disappointed. What would she even say? I'm sure she would be upset.
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution.
You gotta think how worried she is. You ought to know that, considering that's what you are.
Stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
How did I do?
You didn't do too well, dear. You really only knew what year it is. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Reality, in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I boring you, Kim?
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much. A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
What does that have to do with there not being any cops?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
You didn't try that hard, I guess.
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Okay, Kim, I didn't want to ask you anyways.
Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
You really have no idea where you are. She asked you to talk to a person in greater detail, perhaps a rich person. Inspect the victim's body, which is hanging from a tree. Talk to the manager. Report your badge missing. I still need to find that tape.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
Do you really want me to say... You know what? Fine.
Whatever do you mean?
Oh, God. I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers. Roll with some cigarettes. I'm jonesing for a smoke. Thinking to the lyrics of a song. Want to roll with me? Do you think she'd be okay with the fact that I'm almost making fun of her wheelchair? She seems like she's cool with it.
Sequence killers? Oh my.
Yeah, she seems like she's
partner, sweetie.
Okay with the jokey
partner
jokes.
Who need you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Thanks, Kim. I forgot I had you. I know, but there are also side mysteries. You're probably right. I forgot I had you.
And it seems to me that you do well to stick close to him. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law, someone you can lean on. And, sweetie, you are looking unsteady.
How do you think Kim feels the fact that he just showed up to this this meeting with a detective who barely knows what year it is?
Even if he weren't there, I don't think you'd have much use for me.
Why not?
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. Perhaps another time.
Should I say, you seem to be in a chair. What is she going to say about that? I wonder if she'll be upset.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
I'm sorry. It was rude of me to mention the chair.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There we go. I gotta get going, Lena, the cryptozoologist's life. Okay, Kim. Sorry. Do I want to? I don't really. I want to go see this body in a tree. Let's go take care of that. Or not. Well, I guess since I'm here, I guess I'll talk to him.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Yeah, I know, but didn't he want me to do the tree as well?
You run this place.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
As I said, Detective Rafael Ambrosius Costo.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
God, this guy looks like just a complete douchebag. I've got to be nice to him because I want to do karaoke.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the
This
lieutenant.
sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
Thanks, reaction speed.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
You have 3.
But you still know your way around.
You already said 3.
In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
What?
It's your turn.
Oh, you mean questions?
Yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
Nope, I don't have anything. But you know what? As long as the game's asking me to ask, where is this body? I'm assuming in a tree.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
How do we get there?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
I should ask who killed him. Listen, Garte, who killed this guy?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
He's so mad.
He doesn't know. He just said they hoisted him up on a tree.
Oh, that's a good point. Did you kill? There's no way "did you kill him" is going to end in anything but. What do you mean by they?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
Who is saying that, Garte?
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Why would they do
I
that?
would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
I beg your pardon?
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
You know, I do need to make sure I close up every loose end.
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Good. Glad to know.
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard. The drive says.
Should I do this? Should I bully this nerd? But then I won't be able to karaoke. Guys, if I bully this guy, I might not be able to karaoke later. I won't be able to karaoke. I'll be able to karaoke. Okay. Did you kill him?
No, I didn't.
You can tell me, Garte.
I didn't. I don't appreciate this. What is this?
Why did you have to kill him?
Do I have to answer him? Is this mandatory?
The lieutenant stands motionless, his expression
Did you get some kind of sick kick?
What are you, an idiot? I told you I haven't killed anyone.
He ignores you. Come on, press on. Push through.
I mean, I would not ask you to make a choice.
Fuck you, man.
That's enough.
Excuse me. Okay.
Thank you ever so much.
Okay. Okay. Whew. It's all good, Garte. You know what?
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Excuse me.
She went away because none of your business.
Excuse me?
Oh my god, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it.
Is Sylvie not the person who called in the...
Let's go.
Excellent.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
For what? Also, what is a real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
You're under arrest, Garte.
You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything.
Guys, I have a 42% chance of this failing. Should I try and arrest Garte? I'm doing it.
From the bottom
yes! Refusal to aid an officer of the peace. You are impeding me from carrying out a murder investigation with your inane requests for money.
But it's not inane. You owe me money.
It is cruel of you. A man has been killed. File a request for compensation with Station 41. We need to work now.
Fuck you,
Okay,
Garte.
you'll only have to pay for the window and the drinks. That's 70. I'll get the rest from your stupid station.
Cool. Leave.
You still owe me 70. If you don't have it by tonight, I'm not letting you back up there.
I'm not giving you $70.
That's enough now, sir. Good day.
What's this up here? I want this, whatever this thing is. Or is that like something upstairs? I'm gonna take this, I guess. I'm not sure what this thing is right here. It's in the, oh, it's in the next. I gotcha. It's in the next room over. Okay, so that area is still blocked until 11. Anything else get unlocked? So we accused that guy of murder and then didn't pay him for damages. Blue bubble. Oh, sorry. Blue bubble. Did I miss something? Should I go back inside or will it be gone? I'll go back inside, but it'll probably be gone. Skill points can also buy new thought cabinet slots or forget old thoughts. There we go.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
I have no idea, my man.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know.
You don't really know, do you?
I have no idea.
South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I live in a dumpster. I don't care.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
I want to be hobo cop. What is this? Oh my god. What is this? Temporary research bonus. -1 composure. Ungainly and rambling. Research time. 4 hours and 20 minutes. A cop and a hobo. A hobo cop. Can be disheveled. A hobo cop doesn't need to never print again. I mean, seriously, give me one. You get additional bonuses after it. So, -1 composure. Isn't that bad? Oh, while I am researching, I will get, I will have that -1. Is that how I'm reading that? Is that correct? Now, would it be worth it to do that? Because that would give me a minus until for like 4 hours. You know what? I'm going to do it. I want to see. Robocop. Is there anything in here I missed? I don't think so. Let's go outside and look at the body. It's only a -1. I'm not terribly concerned. So I don't see it immediately. Do I have any form of money? Like, do I have any real on me? I forgot I stole this guy's stuff. The two of you look nothing alike. Oh, I got a monkey pen! A cool necktie. Will betrayed you. You will betrayed if you trade it for some boring scarf. Hey, Kim. Did you have a problem with anything that I missed? I think I should tell you that I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow.
I don't remember anything, Kim.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice. Like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
I'm lacking in basic information.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
Alright, so what should I concentrate on?
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles.
Hey, Kim, how about you show me where the body is?
Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
Fine.
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
Your heart beats twice like a fist. The serotonin deficiency makes your teeth clench.
Thank you, wise man.
The lieutenant blinks, his mouth slightly open, and his body motionless. A microsecond.
Will he understand my sarcasm?
Excuse me, I was lecturing you. I shouldn't have. You should consult a medical professional if you feel that you need help. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth.
What is a Lazareth?
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
Oh, it's that guy I was trying to yell at from excuse me, from upstairs. Well, that's rude. The blue one. Oh, this car? Oh, neat.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
Okay, do you know anything about that body hanging from the tree?
What can I help you with?
What is this?
Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
Are you sure you didn't do it, Gardner?
Okay.
Did you kill Rita? We need directions.
Is the street signs messed up? Okay. What do you need?
I'm looking for a dead body.
Oh, that. That's right there, in the yard.
She's relieved someone has come for it, finally. Even all the way over here, there's a drop of death in the spring air.
Okay. That's all I need to know for now. What's your name?
Me? I am just a gardener. I am working.
Working out? What are you doing? You're just sitting here.
In the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
But?
Well, as you already know, there's a corpse there, hanging from a tree. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Fair enough.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
I'm gonna break through Kim's ice hard exterior.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
Salts? Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
Okay.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
That's a good idea. Can I borrow them?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Excellent.
Really? None. Maybe just a tiny bit of annoyance.
Thank you. So I got me some gloves. Can I put them on? No? There we go. So if I put gloves on... Ooh. That gives me a +1 to interfacing. Now, where's my -1? Interest. This is... I'm enjoying the system here. I would like some better clothes so I can woo some better people. Like this guy. I'm gonna woo... This guy here looks like he knows what's going on.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
Keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
What's going on, my man?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions toward the sprawl of lorries.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Are you part of the strike?
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo.
You are not.
Days upon days upon days. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes and mazout.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
So in a whole week you're just hanging out by your truck? I mean, I guess what can you
tell
do?
me, what do you need?
Any spokes on you?
Nope. Don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Yup, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You'll have to ask around elsewhere.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit.
Frit.
3 T's. Rebishaw's weird.
You know anything about a dead guy?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy. Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
How drunk is this guy? What's your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
What are you hauling?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
You're under arrest.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing.
Yeah, you're,
They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
could I get one of those tracksuits?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
I am a cop.
There's no denying it. Your body needs to feel the touch of some good performance wear.
Can I steal something?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Yeah, I like lorries.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loran Bird somehow. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Got some change?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man.
Sounds like a good arrangement for that. I need to get on this guy's good side.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had saved 4 myself. Don't be a stranger.
Alright, bud. You don't... All I got from that was, I don't have any cigarettes. What we need to do is find this body. They said it was to the north, and I'm going to assume that video game logic means it's in the north. Should I check out his car?
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet.
I'll open the door. It's not my car. I'm just looking at it. Body is left and up, then right. Thank you. I'm just gonna open up his car.
This Post Lavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
What is... Why? Why is this an option? I'll do it. I'll do it because there's an option.
There is a hollow, saddened ring as you kick the Lavantorie mail collection box. It sounds betrayed, in disbelief even.
Kim has nothing to say.
Your toe has suffered damage. It hurts.
Rude.
Cool. You really showed that mail collection box.
You think so, Kim?
I don't. Let's go.
The mail collection box has no faith in your psychopathic manipulations.
Well, that didn't work out for me. That's alright. There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. Does Kim have a bag? Oh, you sell books. I see.
Hello,
or something
sir.
like books.
Step right in. The store is open.
I am the law.
I know, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
What is a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
What is a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved. Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Thank you for the information.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Do you run this store?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
Yeah, that's a good question. Why are you outside?
I'm signaling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Such a good trooper you are.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
Shouldn't you be at school or something? That seems offensive.
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Why would anyone want to read about crime?
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way. The law, as I said.
You don't look much like a policeman.
What does a policeman look like?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Who the hell is Dick Mullen? I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy, and I decided to live a little. You know, nobody looks in that guy in the picture. It's just a stupid fantasy of a man. It's not your body that's important, it's your head. Look at that guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen.
Don't say that. He's not even real. You're real.
Oh, God. Please tell me there's not an option where I could just, like, end it right in front of this kid. That would be the worst. That's right, I'm a real failure.
Cheer up, sir. No need to compare yourself to a fictional character.
Aww.
Maybe you can show me some real deductive police work, sir. Like in the books.
Alright, I'm gonna deduce something.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Why do you keep your hands folded? Because it's cold.
What do you mean, sir?
You don't need to be worried.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest.
I feel like I don't have any imperative reason to do it.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed.
Okay, good. I didn't force her to. That's
To
good.
the flesh.
You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
Yeah, I knew that. I doubt it would tune morale, you know, but yeah, it does seem like a situation you lose your last pip. I'm assuming there's a way to get more morale. Yep.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
I bet I can figure out why you bite your nails.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
You're uptight because your mother and the pressure she's putting on you? No. Rats have been nibbling on your fingers? No. Means you're recycling your body material. You have healing items. Gotcha.
Thank you, sir. I work hard.
Either way, another ace detective.
It was okay, sir.
I like her.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober.
Oh?
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
I'm having a grand time.
I sure hope you are, sir.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
Well, this one's white, so I can do it again. That's 28%, which is not great.
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Okay, cannot do that one.
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Can I become famous?
I don't know about that. but I imagine life is great when you're famous.
They're all dogs.
Dorks. Fame sounds delicious. I'm a superstar.
Why would they do that, sir?
Because I'm a superstar cop.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
I probably should ask her whether she's be at school.
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
School is stupid.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
We're never going to find this dead body.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed. Cursed in a way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Ass up? Ass up is rude.
Well, they run out of money and have to stop doing business.
I don't think curses are real.
They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses.
It's just regular trading and selling of things, child. They're not doomed, but your mother should learn from their mistakes.
Of course, sir.
Okay. Last option.
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
And the Batman.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about a poor... Excuse me. What about a poor man getting a rich lady? What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all? What about when both of the men are bad? What about when everyone's poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to write about real day
Not in
stuff.
romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
Well, what about when both the men are
These
bad?
are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that. Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
Alright, we're just going to go down the whole litany of all... Kim's just shaking his head.
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end. I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
You think she has one about an exceedingly painful breakup? Or maybe I will. You know what? Maybe I will.
I'm sure she can help out. Anything else you're curious about? Maybe some about other books?
Okay, Annette.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
We're really gonna... I was memeing, but we're really going to be a superstar cop, aren't we? I'm a superstar.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick money. Salam Rocky Baye. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go.
Yep.
Camera. Lights.
Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you. And you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Excellent. So, Hobocop is at 19%. What is some kind of superstar? -2 logic or 1 hour. I'm gonna stick with... Can I do both at the same time? I'm guessing no. I can. Doing both. Right and up. Let's go find a dead body. After I look at this. I do want to be a superstar. Jesus. Why are you here? Get out of here, kid.
Kuno's got this.
Boy throwing rocks at the dead boy can't be older than 12. Embrace from homophobia from children. Excellent. Good to know. What? Word.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
It's love it in the dick.
That doesn't even make sense.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Roar. What? Ever heard of Doc? I guess. Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene.
Kuno, yeah, right in the mouth hole.
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The rake?
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Goddamn right he's not a gardener. He's an athlete. Every rock connects, making the battered corpse look just a little bit worse for wear.
Should I ask him what we should do? I'm guessing no. You know what? What should we do, Kim? You tell me.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
I beg your pardon?
You will see.
The fuck are you talking about?
Stop throwing rocks.
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
What? You wanna fuck Kuno now?
Say nothing. You want to fight, kid?
What's the matter? Kuno's got you cornered. Nothing to say.
Is this kid on drugs?
Who's the man now, huh? Kuno's the man. You wouldn't believe the pussy Kuno tears up.
What was that, Kuno?
Can I kick Kuno?
Nothing, see, nothing. Just slicing some bacon. Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Okay. What do you know about the body?
Load pig. What's your question?
I just asked.
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
You know who that guy was?
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
God, this kid is unpleasant.
Could have just said he doesn't know.
You could have just said you don't know.
Kuno knows shit. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone. Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking...
He looks around trying to come up with something.
Mesco, or I don't know, some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
I'm starting not to believe you, Kuno.
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant. Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Shut up, Kuno.
Get lost.
Who's Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Sounds like something you call a rabid dog.
Yeah, think about it. Think about that rabid Kuno shit.
Watch out, Kuno, he's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you.
That thing behind the desk starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm.
It's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
I don't care.
Here. You need to get the hell out of here.
Just answer the questions, morons.
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Why am I afraid of some dick kids?
Fix it in, Kuno! Somebody, please!
Are we not cops?
Look at his shit-eating grin. He knows there's nothing you can do to him. He's bullying you, and you are helpless. Kill him. Kill him now. He won't see death coming.
It's only 58%.
You didn't shut him down. Your fat fist didn't meet its target. Instead, it pulled you down with it.
Oh, Kuno's gonna kick my ass. Oh, I almost got it, too. My only thing is being strong. Come on.
Kuno can't believe this shit! Can no one stop the Kuno?
Kim, can you kick Kuno?
Pig, Kuno thought you had this. What happened? Kuno can't do anything now.
Fucked your shoulder, fucked your knee, fucked your fat body up.
He's laughing. Yeah, I mean, I deserved it, I guess.
Yeah, you deserve this. Trying to show your dick to Kuno. Kuno was scared.
Do you have any idea the shit you just got yourself into, kid? I'm gonna take him around. Do I want to take him around? This kid's gonna kick my ass.
Kuno's just gonna beat the shit out of you again.
He totally is.
I told you not to tempt such forces. Now, how about we go and do something worth the public's time?
Well, that was effective.
Look, see? It's the fucking war pig. Try not to knock yourself out.
You belittled yourself before the Kuno. Now you must seek his forgiveness.
Look, I can't have uncooperative civilians here. You want to go again? Round 2, Kuno?
Whoa, whoa! What's this psycho shit? You're gonna pretend like nothing happened?
Yeah, I am.
He's trying to forget it, Kuno. Don't let him forget it just like that.
Reminisce with Kuno. First, you try to fiddle this, then you punch yourself in the face. What was up with that?
Yeah, he's incompetent. That doesn't make you better.
Kuno, what was that?
How are you gonna make Kuno forget that shit, huh?
Make peace with Kuno. Offer him something. Why do I care? I don't care about Kuno.
Please don't waste time on nonsense.
Feels fair, Kim.
Don't listen to the blind fuck, Piggo. You're doing the right thing here, trying to get Kuno to like you again. You can pay tribute to Kuno with drugs, or cigarettes, or some wheels. Kuno could use some wheels. Motorized carriage shit.
What are you doing?
I need to make peace with Kuno, I guess.
No, you really don't. That is a 12-year-old boy. His opinion of you doesn't...
I'm thinking the same thing, Kim, but the game seems to think I need to make peace with this kid. I'm gonna mark it down, but I'm not gonna go through with it, probably.
But why? You're turning this into a huge thing.
In punching, someone always ends up being someone's bitch. No, I'm not gonna do that. You know what? I'm gonna say nothing.
Okay. I might understand if you told me, but sure. Let's not waste any more time here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that on my thing. And probably not end up doing anything with it. Kid's ladder is rickety, but still climbable. One's trying to grow herbs in the greenhouse. I mean, the body's been there for a while. It'll last for a little longer.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Right as he was getting up, not much. I said that we needed to make it right, but I'm probably not gonna make it right.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Body's gonna be fine out there. Should I take that morale thing or should I save it? I could probably earn my morale back, I'm guessing, without having to use the medicine. How you guys doing today? Guys, I'm going to start streaming more coming up in the new year. I've taken some time off, but I'm getting back into playing games. We'll see. Things will, you know, a new year is coming up. An empty tomb of magnesium supplement. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh god, what happened? Roar isn't following Kuno's quest line. Kim was disappointed in us. I mean, Kim's always disappointed in us. Oh, I didn't realize that's where we were headed. What is happening? Where are you going? Uh-huh.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
That's a cop cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
He judges the drop.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
You look around.
The wind is aggressive up here.
Will Kitty show up? I don't know.
The enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal, even for them. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
Well, let's go get it.
What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They're bound to have information for us. I thought that was our intention. Or it could be that we are just exploring.
Yeah, I think it's the latter. Should I go for it?
Cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
Go for it. I mean, 17% super low, but we can give it a shot. Wait, hold on. If I take off that 7-wire whatever thing, will that change my like savoir faire? Let's take the pants off. Excellent. Let's take off whatever the other thing was. Posure, excellent. Perfect.
Yes.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible.
Hey, now we're at 42%.
On the railing.
That's pretty good. Damn it. Was that good? I don't think that was good. I like sprained my ankle.
Nope. No. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up here.
Morale critical.
You could have died there. Shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal.
Hey, what happened?
I can do it. I mean, I can't do it.
We can always come back when you are feeling better. It's just a cloak after all.
Okay, so we almost died there. We don't have any more morale medicine. If I had a bag, I could pick up that those bottles, but I guess I cannot. Maybe because I'm still new? Wait, did I just run? This doorway is going to collapse soon. Like, underneath me? Okay, so does double clicking make me run? It does. Has that always been a thing? I can't do anything from up there. Don't forget to put your pants back on. Will people be upset if I come in without pants? Well, I probably should put on the pants anyways, because electrochemistry is good. And the shoes give me composure, so I should probably take those as well.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Really?
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
He's just waiting for me to take the coke.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, that there was an interesting find. An alternative path into the harbor that the kid uses. Well done.
Awesome. Did I succeed with anything special there? I will take that. I'm just going to steal everything. I've looked at everything here. Let's head out. So have I gotten enough points to make a level yet? Let's find out. So I am enjoying this game. It's interesting. Okay, so I started with hand-eye coordination. So I'm guessing that getting levels into this raises your abilities in it. Obviously. Those interactions between you. So he's got high coordination, even though he's, you know, a hungover drunk. Oh yeah, I'm okay with stealing from that kid. Kuno's just the absolute worst. Could you stop throwing rocks at the body? Also, let's talk to this unpleasant moron.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Child, converse with me.
Murder was the case.
See you later, Fiona.
Case they gave me.
So you're not useful then.
I squeal, pig. I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing her. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I should probably talk to Kuno. Can I talk to him about his drug fix? Tell him that he's going to jail. I need to use his...
Come to make your offering to...
Please, don't waste...
Don't listen to... You can pay tribute to Kuno.
I guess not. I want to tell you, you're using drugs, and you're just the worst. And not necessarily related, but... I was looking away and didn't see what that said, but probably not terribly important. Alright, we've screwed around long enough. Let's figure out what's going on with this dead body.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like, and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
Or did you look at the body? I have not looked at it recently.
You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
This is 17%. I'm going to say no, but I'm probably going to make myself look even worse in front of these kids.
The smell is repulsive.
I tried.
It pushes in from your mouth. More instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Well, that's not going to help her.
It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
I think I'm going to get a morale drop from this.
The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Thanks, Kim. You're a good guy.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
Not you?
I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell.
Oh, neat.
If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white chip. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Wait, so I can just come back here and try, like, not throwing up again?
Active decay.
He's about to blow!
So I have to go get ammonia before I can deal with that? What's your problem, idiot? Nothing else over here. I could go talk to the gardener. I already went up there. What I need to do is like level up. I can run. Yes, I can. You are correct. If I hold the button, it will run as well, which is nice.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Visual calculus. Do I have anything that will raise my visual calculus? Visual calculus. No, I do not. I saw that one hint that said I needed to grab a bag so I can pick up. The book appears to be erotica. Terrific. So I can pick up bottles. What I was trying to say.
Life?
Doesn't need to be a struggle.
Is that right, guess? 1 second. Let's see if I can find those salts. Like maybe she has some for sale. I've picked up a bunch of money.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago. Sure, I'm done with them.
Well, that's convenient.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Is that going to give me a morale drop? Because I can't really afford that. I wish I'd saved that morale thing from that kid. You think I'm going to be able to try it with the ammonia? We should go up and check out the body. That would be like a good place to even out the evening if I can actually see what's going on with this guy. Ample of ammonia. Use. Oh, no, it just uses it passively, doesn't it?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your... The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
I don't think I want to be I think I don't want to be a cop anymore.
Get a hold of yourself. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
What is happening to you? Are you going to cry now, son?
Give me a moment. I got this.
Attitude. You need to get your shit together.
Shake your head. No.
No. You will get your shit together.
For a moment, the hanged man appears to smile. His lips are red, like...
Bitch fight, see? Bitches are at it.
Bitches about to kill each other, I think.
God, these two are unpleasant.
We should go and do something else. Give it half an hour. Then come back when you've gotten your act together.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonus.
Yes, I know how the internalizing works. Thank you. I've done this one. I've gotten pretty far on some kind of superstar. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. I'm going to equip that. Excellent. Give it a try. Give what a try. Should I talk to this kid with it? Oh, squeeze the cheeks.
Have you come to make your...
Sorry, I barfed everywhere, kids.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games.
Get the fuck out of here, face! You got done! Talk to me!
So it's a girl. Interesting.
Well, no shit. Of course it's a girl.
I'll die before I... You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
Well, you never know what's
You
useful.
can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
You never know, and maybe that might be the next thing I need. Like, something she has to say might be useful. We might be surprised. Equip and complete. Oh, I need to equip that. It's 11. Can you go into the kitchen? What? What happened? I just saved. Okay. I don't know if we can go into the kitchen. But that's a question for next time. Because I'm sleepy. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm gonna peace out. You all have a fantastic evening. Thanks for hanging out. We'll do more of this. I had fun. Bye!